I don't think you understand what the word coding means. Romantic coding does not mean that everybody will view the relationship as romantic. You're conflating two different things here. It's possible to recognize that a relationship in fiction is coded as romantic, even if it does not appeal to your particular ideal of romance. Trust me, most of the romantic relationships I see do not strike me as romantic at all, but I can still recognize that that is how they are framed by the narrative. Romantic coding is a language used to indicate romantic interest between characters, even if they have not kissed or expressed that interest in words. It's stuff like lingering glances, lingering touches, soft music, especially if it's played over a montage of the characters together, bickering, especially innuendo, banter. It's when one character hurts their hand and the other character tenderly bandages it. It's about touching specific places, like the hand, the back of the neck, the small of the back, the feet. It has to do with how close they stand to each other, and especially how close their faces are to each other. It's when they think about each other obsessively. And the thoughts don't have to be romantic thoughts. They can be negative. Maybe they have a rivalry, or maybe they find each other annoying. Regardless, they cannot get the other person out of their head. These are just a few examples of the language that is used by narratives to frame relationships as romantic. And it doesn't mean that you personally will ship them. For example, I hate the romance between Galadriel and Halbrand in Rings of Power. I hate it with a passion more fiery than the chasm of Mount Doom. They have zero chemistry, and it is the most cliché way that the writers could have chosen to approach a relationship that could have been really interesting. No, it does not strike me as romantic, but I still recognize the fact that it is coded as romantic by the narrative, whether I like it or not. So when people ship them, I don't come in and say, "You're delusional. They never even kiss. How dare you say it's romantic? You're just trying to shove romance in where it doesn't belong. Can't people just be friends?" That would be silly, because whether I like it or not, whether it strikes me as romantic or not, it is nonetheless coded as a romantic relationship. So if you say you don't believe in romantic coding, that just means you lack media literacy. The code exists, whether you can read it or not.